Hello. Welcome. We are going to start in child's pose. If that's a comfortable place for you to start, if you want a blanket under your knees or tucked in between thighs and calves once you get settled, do that. For the month of July, we're gonna have kind of a light upper body awareness focus. I'm gonna try not to hammer you with it too much, but just bring some awareness, strength, opening to the upper body throughout the month of July. And then all of the readings that I will be doing, in fact, for the remainder of the year, will be from the Donna Folds book, Go In and In, which I've read from a lot before. So some of the readings you will be hearing for maybe the second or third time. But we never hear them exactly the same anyway. So it'll be new to us each time. And we'll add a little bit, just a short little silent meditation, even like a minute toward the end of our practices, and just see how that shakes out. Yeah, so let's have 2 blocks at the top of your mat. If you're already in child's pose, you can grab them later when we move into lunges. Start face down. Maybe a nice wide knee child's pose. And if you can, arms up overhead and fingers interlaced. You can kind of let your forehead rest on the mat or on a blanket if you prefer. And one of my teachers the other day did this really cool thing that was meant to be helpful for grounding. So just like we use the sound in our Ujjayi breath to give us a second sensation to help ground and anchor us, this little activity will do the same for our grounding. So with fingers interlaced, on your inhale, press just your right index finger into your left hand, and on your exhale, release. Inhale, press the middle finger of the right hand into the back of the left. Exhale, release. Inhale, ring finger, press. Exhale, release. Inhale, pinky finger, press. Exhale, release. Inhale your left index finger, press it into the back of the right hand. Exhale, release. Inhale, left middle finger, press. Exhale. Inhale, left ring finger. Exhale. Inhale, left pinky finger, press. Exhale. Start over again with the right index. Move with your own breath pace through all of your fingers, starting with the right hand and moving to the left. And focusing on this sensation really brings us into the present moment. Well, sometimes we're super scattered when we arrive to our mats. But having this little focus, this little action of moving through each finger and just adding a little bit of pressure, it really brings us to the here and now. Focusing on the sensations under our fingertips, into the back of hands. And if you're finished with all of the fingers, return to your natural breath and focus on the sensation in your shoulders, on your hips, the tops of the feet, the knees. We've been here for a while. Take one more full breath. Undo your fingers, come up into your tabletop. Kind of feel that rush coming down your shoulders, out of your hips, into your knees. Maybe send the right foot back. Just find some length in the back of the right leg. Lower your right knee, send your left foot back. Just a little bit of change here. Maybe a little alternating shrug of the shoulders. Or a little side to side motion. Giving some circulation into the places that were squished before. Turn your toes under. Take an inhale breath to prepare. And on your exhale, float your knees just the tiniest bit off of the mat. Pressing into the heels of your hands, all into the tips of all of your fingers, whatever toes are touching the mat. Find another full breath. Exhale, lower back into just a quick child's pose. Maybe not even coming all the way down, but giving some relief to the wrists, to the shoulders, to the ankles. Inhale up into tabletop. Turn the toes under. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, float the knees. Full cycle of breath. Big inhale. Big exhale. Lower the knees. Come back. I was going to say a baby child's pose, but children are already babies. So just a little relief for wrists, shoulders. And come up into your tabletop. Take hold of your blocks. One hand on each block and step your right foot to the outside of the right hand. So we have this fully supported lunge here. A little bit of weight into the hands. Let the hips really sink forward as far as they will in a first lunge, a first introduction to an opening of the front of the hip here. Roll your shoulders down and back. Lift your chin and your chest. See what happens with that chin lift, what changes about the front of the left hip or anywhere else. Exhale, send your hips back, straighten your right leg, lift your toes, kind of half Hanuman. And move between the two. Inhale as you send your hips forward to the degree that works for you. The first time around might have been a little deep, so adjust to what works for you. Exhale, hips back, toes up. Maybe that left hip comes a little bit forward. May shift sensation into kind of that outer right hip. If you keep your toes up, if you kind of let your toes fall out to the side, it changes things. And maybe here, lift toes up toward the ceiling and then let pinky toe kind of fall out to the side. See what changes there as you kind of drag that left hip forward. And shift forward into your kind of runner's lunge. Exhale back to a half split. Inhale forward. And then back the hips up a little bit so that you find a little strength in this structure rather than hanging out in the left hip. Make it sturdy in the legs so that you can inhale, lift up, exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale up. Firm belly here to support this whole deal. Exhale, elbows pull down and back. Inhale up. Exhale, pull down. Inhale up. Plant your hands on the block. Step back into your tabletop. Slide your blocks up to the top real quick. Turn your toes under, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And pedal your feet, wag your tail. Honor the rituals that you do when you get into your down dog for the first time. Lower down onto your knees. Grab your blocks again. Kind of slide them a little to the center. And step your left foot forward. Send your hips down and forward. Get into that, the front of the right hip. Just see what kind of sensation is happening in there today. Lift your chin, see if that changes anything and see if that interests you. Roll your shoulders down and back. Exhale, send your hips back, toes up. And this first time, maybe not changing anything, just straightening the leg and having that be enough. Inhale, forward, let the hips come down. Let this be supported with your strong arms. Maybe the chin comes up, maybe that wasn't that much fun for you. Exhale back. And then here we try that little experiment of pulling the right hip forward, keeping the left toes up, noticing where the sensation shifts maybe to the outside of the hip, maybe all the way down that sort of IT band area, all the way down to the outside of the knee or behind the knee. If it's too much, let your knees soften or back that right hip off a little bit. And maybe wave the foot, pinky down toward the left and then up toward the ceiling while dragging that hip forward or no. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward, this time really making this a sturdy place to be. So hips come back a little bit. So we're not dipped down into the biggest lunge that we can be in, but in the strongest lunge that we can be in. Inhale, lift arms up. Exhale, elbows pull down and back. Inhale. Exhale. And one more time. Exhale, pull down. You can slide blocks off to the side. Plant your hands, turn your back toes under, step back into your down dog. Let your knees soften. Let your hips reach way up and back. So we have this nice long line from wrists to hips. Take a big inhale breath. And exhale. Walk your hands back to your feet into your first forward fold. So let this first fold just be an information gathering fold. Finding a little sway side to side, forward and back. We'll see how interested your body is in doing this thing today. And then make the adjustments that you need to. Maybe softer knees. Maybe a shift this way or that. Let your fingertips fall to your shins. Nice long spine. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up into standing. And hands to heart. Couple half sun salutes here. Inhale. Soft knees, long spine, fold. Maybe tuck the chin, maybe not. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms out and up. Inhale. Hands to heart. Sweep up. Hinge at the hips. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Last time, inhale up. Hands to heart. Sweep up on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, this time walk out to plank or to tabletop. Wherever you are, plank or tabletop, big inhale, breath. And a long exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale, cobra. Exhale down. On these next several, alternate the leg lift. Inhale, lift a leg and lower. Other leg lifts as you inhale the chest up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, other leg. Exhale down. Press up through tabletop all the way back into your child's pose. And we'll move through a few of those child's pose flows. So we inhale into tabletop. Exhale, let's do that long roll down with the tops of the thighs, the hips, the belly, the ribs, the chest, the forehead. Inhale, press up through your cobra. Exhale, back through your tabletop into your child's pose. Inhale up. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift up and back. Exhale as you come seated. Inhale up. Exhale, roll. Inhale, lift. Exhale, child's pose. Take a big inhale breath here. And open mouth, exhale. And come up into seated, grab a block. And bring it right in between shins, kind of long ways down the long shins. Find your sitting bones. Sit up tall. Maybe hands are kind of on the backs of the thighs. You'll decide what works for you. And start to shift back, long spine, as feet kind of drag along with and they start to float. Come into your boat pose. Maybe release the hands. Maybe hang on. Any case, lift up with the chest. Big inhale breath here. Keep the block. Exhale as slowly as you can. Lower, 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 lower through your half boat. And all the way down. If you can, keep that block where it is. You can let feet kind of fall away, let arms fall away, let your breath find its way back to you. If you were holding it through those boats, or that boat. One more round of breath. And with the block where it stayed, kind of slide heels toward your seat. And if it's too much to pick up both legs at the same time, just don't use the block. Pick them up one at a time and then stick the block back in. Firm the belly, press the low back down. Pull the knees up over the hips. All of that so that we can exhale, twist to the right. And if at any time that block is just a hassle, just get rid of it. Maybe feeling sensation not only through the spiral of the spine or in the side of the body, but maybe all the way up into the left arm. And if you're real still, maybe you can feel it all the way to the heel of the hand. Take a big inhale breath. If you still have that block, really use the belly to pull yourself back up into center. And then exhale, legs slowly lower to the left. And same deal, if we get quiet enough, we feel not only the most obvious feedback from this giant twist, but maybe the more subtle sensations up in the arms or in the neck. I was gonna say another place, but I can't feel anything anywhere else, so maybe you can. The arm or the neck or undisclosed third location. Exhale, firm the belly. And use the back of the left arm too. Pull yourself back up into center. Remove the block. Bring your feet down. Come into constructive rest. So feet are down a little bit wide so that knees can knock together. Bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your chest. If your eyes are not already closed, go ahead and let them. And here we'll start with just a tiny little silent meditation. We'll just stay for 10 full breaths with no expectation of anything but 10 full breaths. And if you lose count, that's all right. I'll call you out when it's time. Let your breath be easy and natural. And once you arrive at the 10th exhale, you just feel like you're finished. Let your arms fall to your sides. Let your legs come out long. And find your Shavasana. No counting of breath here. Allowing yourself to sink in. And let your breath come. Do yoga with no goal, but to be in the moment. This breath, this stretch, this wave of emotion rolling in. Watch it crest and break, then dissipate. Yoga is a threshold into mystery. Each pose an open doorway and an invitation to unfold. Sensations rise and fall, and through it all, the deathless center radiates the simple truth of union. We'll stay for another moment or two. When it's time to come out, I'll guide you. Starting to bring awareness to your breath, to any sensations that you feel in your body. To anything that you hear. You're starting to bring a little bit of movement in. And rolling to your side. And pressing up to seated. And we inhale together. And exhale, hands to heart. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace.